What's up and welcome back to ByStephieNics. So today we're going to be talking about the super awesome and super brand new Urban Decay BACKTALK palette. I mean, this thing's got eyeshadows, blushes, highlighters, dusty pink packaging. What more could you want? Now, if you're as hyped for this palette as I am, or close, make sure you scroll down and hit that like button to let me know. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that button. You won't regret it, I promise. And fun fact, if you hit the little notification bell right next to the subscribe button, you're gonna be notified of all my future videos, and you know you wanna do that because we have fun here. With all that said, if you want to know my thoughts on this beautiful palette, see some swatches, learn how to get this little look I'm rocking today, just keep watching. I got all the details coming right at you. And hello there. Okay, so like I said, I've got the brand new Urban Decay BACKTALK palette right here, and we gotta talk about this packaging because it's pretty cool. So this palette is actually paneled, like it's got multiple sections to it. We've got eyeshadows on one side, blushes and highlighters on the other side, and then in the middle we've got this really interesting double-sided magnetic removable mirror. We've got a lot going on here, but with all that said, it's gonna end up giving you a really thick palette. You can see right there just how thick it is. It's definitely an interesting shape. I want to get that right out of the way because when I picked it up in the store, I'm like, this is not a normal palette. But it feels really sturdy in the hand. I love that. I love when a palette has a bit of weight to it, and what really matters is the product inside, so let's jump right in. So let's take a closer look inside the palette. So on this side, we've got 8 eyeshadows, and on this side, we've got 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. All, as you can tell, pretty monochromatic, but no complaints. I love my rose gold and dusty pinks. Okay, so I know we're all here for the swatches, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna start with the blushes and highlighters so I can just magnetically close that side up. I'm not so sure about the mirror yet. It's kind of like getting in my way a bit. I don't know. I've gotta, oh, it just fell out. Yeah, not too sure about that mirror. I feel like it was an interesting idea to have this like magnetic removable mirror, but it ends up kind of just getting in the way and falling out a lot more than it's being helpful. That's what I gotta say about that. So, not loving the mirror, but let's see about those blushes. So here are the 2 blush shades. We've got Cheap Shot and Double Take. Cheap Shot is a super pretty shimmery fuchsia color. Double Take is a more classic, almost matte corally pink. And here we've got our 2 highlights. Oh my god, they are blinding. We've got Low Key and Party Foul. Low Key has some more color to it. It's almost like a corally highlight. It's really interesting. And then Party Foul is more classic gold. And onto eyeshadows. Here we've got our first 4 shades. 3 Sheets is a super pale pink. I'm definitely gonna be using this one to set down my eyeshadow primer. The next up we've got Bare, then Curve. 2 pretty similar shimmery shades. I feel like they both be great as like the final step on the lid. The difference between these 2 is Bare is a little smoother, Curve is a little grittier, so you're gonna get a slightly different finish based on the difference in texture. And then the 4th shade is the BACKTALK, this really pretty mid-tone dusty pink. It's totally matte and looks like it'll be the perfect transition color. On to the final 4 eyeshadows. Shade is this gorgeous shimmery magenta. Attitude is a bright fiery coral and it's almost foiled looking. It is so shiny, I'm obsessed. WTF is just a classic mid-tone matte brown. Every palette needs one. And finally, 180 is a dark smoky brown, shimmery, and really, really pretty. Okay, so now that we've finished swatching, we can get the makeup on our faces, you know, where it's supposed to go. Okay, so I've got my base makeup down and I'm ready for some blush. I don't know which blush to use. I don't know, I'm kind of liking both. I'm feeling like mixing up. Is that weird? I don't know. If it is, it is. Whatever, we're doing it. So I'm just gonna dip my brush into both of them a few times, swirl it out on the back of my hand, looks pretty, and we're gonna apply it. I like how those look together. I'm liking that mix. So it's kind of like we got 3 blush shades. We've got Double Take, Cheap Shot, and the mix. It looks pretty, right? Okay, cool. Okay, and then we're ready for highlighters. So we've got Party Foul and Low Key right here, the gold and the coral highlighters. I'm leaning more towards the gold. So we're gonna be using Party Foul, the one all the way on the end. Just gonna dip my damp beauty blender in and apply the highlighter. Dang. Little down the nose and on the tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and forehead. Okay, do we see that glow? That is gorgeous. A+ Party Foul. It's so pretty. Okay, so the cheeks are done and we are loving it. But now it's time for eyes, so I'm going to whip out my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer and prime my eyes. bring the mirror closer. I can't see anything. And I'm just gonna go right into 3 sheets with a fluffy brush to set the eyeshadow primer. Okay, so far so good. And I'm gonna go into BACKTALK on that same fluffy brush and lay down in the crease as our transition shade. So pretty. Next, I'm going to go into the shade on my flat shader brush, and I'm going to shade it along my lid. I don't know, I'm putting it on my lid, okay? Scratch that, I'm ditching the shader brush and I'm going in with my finger. I really can't get away from applying lid colors with my finger. It's not the most professional technique, but it works the best for me, so you do what you gotta do. Okay, now that I finished packing it on with my finger, I'm gonna go back in with that clean blending brush just to, you know, fade out those edges a bit. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to do any more on the lid. I feel like this looks really cool. I don't want to mess with it. So I'm going to move on to the lower lash line now. I'm going to go into that dark shimmery brown shade called 180 on the end of the palette there. And I'm going to pack this onto the lower lash line a little less than halfway across. I'm not bringing it all the way in, just kind of to there. And then I'm going to clean off my brush a bit, go into Attitude, that fiery coral, on that same brush, and finish off the rest of the lower lash line with that shade. I've definitely mentioned in previous videos how much I love pink and orange together, so a pink lid with an orange lower lash line, you know I'm living for this. Very cool. The reason that I started off with that darker brown on the outside rather than just doing the coral all along the lower lash line is that that deeper color kind of grounds the lower lash line. A bright color all across, it's just gonna be bright and light up top, bright and light on the bottom. You know, there's no depth there. So just that little bit of dark brown on the outer corner really does add a lot. And then for the final step on the eyes, I'm going to dip a small detail brush into Curve, the grittier of the 2 shimmery shades that I talked about before. And I'm going to lay that down in my inner corner. Okay, so I ended up changing my mind. I went back into the palette, I picked up some of Bare, the other shimmery shade, and I laid it on top of Curve. And I'm really not liking it. I don't know, those 2 shades are more coral than they originally swatched, and I'm not loving it for an inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna jump to the actual highlighter side of the palette, and I'm gonna go into Party Foul, the shade that we used on our cheeks, and gonna go over Bare and Curve on the inner corner and see if I can salvage this inner corner highlight. Yeah, okay, that's definitely toning it down. Okay, yeah, that definitely helped a bit. Party Foul, inner corner highlight, much better choice. And then I'm gonna grab some of Party Foul and just lay it underneath the brows, right on the brow bone for a nice little pop there. Awesome, we're done. Okay, so eyeshadow is done. Let me just throw on some mascara and then we'll discuss. It's actually crazy. I looked back, I realized that I used every single shade in the entire palette other than 1 eyeshadow and 1 of the highlighters. So the fact that you can use basically this entire palette in one look and it won't look crazy, it will actually work together so well, it just shows that it's a really well put together palette. As for the actual application of the makeup, everything went on so super smooth. The shadows blended out perfectly. I mean, I mixed the blushes together and it looks seamless and gorgeous. The highlighter is not chunky, it's not like glittery, you know, when sometimes like you can really like see it sitting on your skin. This kind of just like melts in. I don't know, I mean, the eyes were super easy to do. It wasn't like a complicated look, but it didn't take long to blend things out. Everything blended out just kind of by themselves really beautifully. So really, like, Urban Decay, I'd gotta say, did a fantastic job with this BACKTALK palette. It runs for $46 at Sephora, which I think makes sense. You're getting 8 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, 2 highlighters, 2 mirrors, or 1 double-sided mirror. I feel like you're getting a lot for your money. I mean, look at the blush and highlighter pans. I mean, those are pretty big. Those are not tiny pans. Yeah, so great job, Urban Decay. I'm loving this BACKTALK palette, and I feel like all you guys will too. If this color story is speaking to you like it definitely is to me, I would say you should definitely pick up this palette. It looks amazing, works amazing. Just bite the bullet. Go click that link and buy it, okay? Yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this little review, first impressions, demo, swatch thing that we got going on here. If there are any other new products coming out or that just launched and you're like unsure whether to buy it or not, leave a comment down below. I will go out, I'll buy it, I'll review it. let you guys know what I think. I'll help you out. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, if this review helped you out, you were unsure whether you wanted to buy the palette, and now you're like, yes, I'm buying the palette, it looks awesome. Make sure you scroll down, hit the thumbs up button, because that will help my video pop up in other people's feeds. Then they'll see this video, they'll know what to do. Spread the help, spread the makeup knowledge around. Don't keep it for yourself. That's selfish, okay? Hit the like button, do us all a favor, okay? While you're down there, you can also hit the subscribe button and notification bell, because spring is coming. That means spring beauty videos are coming, and those are the best, and you don't want to miss out on them. So yeah, click it. Click all the buttons, okay? All right, we're definitely rambling at this point, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, this was ByStephieNics. Bye. We've got the eyeshadows on this side, the blushers, I'm not British.